Hey everybody, this is Fist25 coming at you from Everest Harbor today with another video in my line of the Anvil ship series. And as you can see in front of you today, we have an Anvil Hawk. And we're going to take a quick walk around the ship and then we'll get in it and we'll talk about things that it does. This Hawk has a really unique design. The Anvil Hawk does. Right now, it's landed and the wings are folded back, but it does look sort of Hawk-like, I would say, when the wings are spread and it's out in space. There, it's really hard to see. Out here like this, I wish I could get some light on it, but we can see here from a front view, it's got pretty cool intakes there with like slotted fins. It's got a red canopy and like lower glass area there in the cockpit. Looks like it's got some kind of a boom coming out of the back, and we're going to go over that in just a second. As you can see on the bottom, there are a couple of attrition 2 repeaters, and there's hard to see, but right here on the forward part of the fuselage is GT210 yellow jackets, which are my ballistics for this. I also have 2 guns on the top, which you can't see from here, but those are my distortion repeaters. It's got the typical Anvil markings. It's got the mostly white and gray color scheme of Anvil with a little bit of red accents thrown in, especially with the canopy. As we come around the back, around this folded wing, we can see there's this little compartment. It's kind of strange looking here. Look at those engines. Those look really, really nice. They almost look like real jet engines. Like there's 4 of them, and man, they just look pretty cool. But in the back, there is a caution: do not obstruct. Anvil Aerospace. We're gonna go ahead and take a look at that, and it's a prisoner seat. So we will open it, and this is a bounty hunting ship, and it is specifically made to house a bounty in here. Oh look, the Idris mission just came up. I don't think I'm ready to solo that in the Hawk. But we're gonna hop in this prisoner seat, and it kind of comes out. And we can see me getting into it. And going inside of it, and the back hatch is still open. Oh, there it goes. It closed. And I don't have my helmet light in here, but this is basically a bounty prisoner seat, so you could store bounties in here, and I think eventually it's going to be able to be lockable. But what you can also do in here is you can log out. You could go to sleep in space somewhere in your ship. If you EVA out, get in this little bounty compartment, you can take a little nap. And you can log out in the Anvil Hawk, which is, for a very light fighter, that's pretty cool. So we're going to go ahead and exit our prisoner seat here. And, you can see us go ahead and exit. And, okay, the animation's finished, and the door closes. So, pretty neat feature of the Anvil Hawk. And we're going to go ahead and come around the side. We're going to hop in this baby. You get into the Anvil Hawk from the front, I believe. It does say hatch. Enter pilot seat, open exterior. So we're going to enter the pilot seat. And it just drops down right there. Like almost no room in this thing. It is just a cockpit here. And take a quick look around. There's a lot of glass on the top, some struts on the sides, but we can see over there. There's glass on the bottom that we can see through. And the same thing on the left with the strut. So we're going to go ahead and fire up the engines. Okay, the standard Anvil fire up. You can see we are shedding a little bit of light on the ground. There's some light in that compartment right there. That will go away once the gear is retracted. Same here. It's showing the wheel well, or I guess the strut well from the landing gear. Kind of has a different look here. from the other ships. Let's take off a little bit. Now that we're up and off, and we have some contrast with Hurston there, I'm going to go ahead and retract the landing gear. And as you can see, the wings spread. So now it looks a little more bird-like, which it is called the Hawk, after all. And, let's see if I can get some sunlight here. Yeah. So, definitely has lights you can view. Port is the red light, starboard is the green light. You can see our engines. It doesn't look bird-like to you. I mean, definitely from some angles it looks bird-like, almost like that. It looks bird-like. It's definitely not Tavaran bird-like, but I think it looks really neat. It's a very unique ship, and you can see up top here, I have those two size 2 distortion cannons. So the ship is unique in that it has 6 guns. 2 of them are size 1, and 4 of them are size 2. So I have 2 lasers, small ballistics, size 1s, and then 2 distortions. If you don't know distortions, they are supposed to drain just the shields of a ship. So we're going to do a little bounty hunting in this, little dogfighting, and see how well they work. Because I typically fly this with 4 laser repeaters. I want to do something a little different today. So let's go ahead and take off. We're at SCM speed here. Good engine noise. Just a really unique looking ship. I think it looks really good. Let's do some barrel rolls. Some aileron rolls, I should say. Pretty decent roll rate. Nothing like a Gladius or anything like that, or an Arrow. As far as the pitch rate, this is, I think, better than average. I think it's a really good pitch rate. And as far as yaw, it's actually really good yaw rate too. So I would say almost its worst feature is its roll rate. Those are the flight mechanics. Let's look around in the cockpit as we fly past Everest Harbor. We can see in the cockpit, I really like having that glass at the bottom. It's very easily noticeable right there. So nice feature. It has like looks 3D-ish, but it's really kind of a 2D radar right in the center. It's got 4 multi-function displays. This is the stock displays, your shield, your target, which you're also going to have your ship on the top left and your target on the top right. It's got your weapon systems and everything on the right side. And it's got your heat on the left. I don't make this a stealth ship, but you certainly could. Here's our legs and our feet. I believe that is an ejection seat or ejection lever. Our hands are properly on the sticks. There's a lot of buttons around here, so let's see if the buttons we have. We can definitely move the map around. Power is over here to the left. Open exterior. Press to unlock. Oh, geez, that blue just kills me. I think it's when someone's quantuming or something like that. But on the right, our engines and quantum drive. It looks like that's really about it. I think down below, yeah, exit 0G and then eject. And so that's pretty much it for buttons. So let's I'm gonna face towards Hurston here. Do some just roll real quick. See, it's fairly slow on the roll, but on the pitch, pretty good. Pretty good on the pitch. Roll back, and then on the yaw, this is what I like because I yaw a lot, and I think most people do. So the yaw is really good. Thrusters, I would say a little bit below average as far as thruster speed. Up and down, left and right. Yeah, it's okay. Alright, so right here at SCM, we're doing 224. It's probably right around there, 224, 225. Let's go up into our max speed. It's climbing pretty quick through the acceleration ladder here. Max speed looks to be, well, it's 1298 right now. I don't know what the spec sheet. Oh no, we had some more room in there. 1314. The spec sheet will probably say 1315, and that's fine. So I'm gonna take us down to our dogfighting speed, and since this is the dogfighter, this is actually kind of a special ship. It has an EMP. For those that don't know what an EMP is, it's an electromagnetic pulse, and what it's supposed to do in this game is charge up, and then when you execute your EMP close to another ship, it should take down both their shields and their systems, thereby kind of disabling anything electronic. This is the Anvil Hawk, so it's a light ship, right? So it's kind of size 1 as far as EMP goes, and there's no way to upgrade an EMP right now, so it is what it is. I have not found that it takes down shields very much, but maybe combined with the 6 weapons, I mean, we could probably get in there and hopefully do a lot of damage quickly. This ship is upgraded to my normal specs as far as systems and power plant and all that stuff. I could probably take more hits than the stock ship, but anyway, to go over this, when you hold down the left mouse button, all 6 of my weapons are going to fire at the same time. Just like that. I don't have anything gimbaled, so all I have is this lock in the bottom right of the HUD. It says lock. That's all I got. I don't have anything gimbaled. When I click my right mouse button, you'll see, oh, the EMP is offline. Okay. Something I forgot to mention. Since our weapon display is up, our weapon 2 under guns here, or I guess number 1, this is our EMP. So we have to actually click it on, and it has to turn on. Now that it's on, when I hit my right mouse button or my secondary fire button, you'll see that the EMP is charging. An outside view of the ship, you can see this kind of blue lightning crackly bubble thing. It's pretty quick to charge. There you go. So it's fully charged. That was maybe 5-6 seconds. And when it gets discharged, you just hit the right mouse button again, and you see it discharges. And it took out some of the shields on my own ship. Then there, if you look on the screen, there's a PH EMP cooldown, and it's red. And at this point, I can recharge my EMP. So for the size 1 ship, it's pretty quick. Quick to charge. It's quick to decharge, and it's also quick to cool down. So EMP is charged. I'll discharge it. Unleash. And then you can see the cooldown. So I like to kind of go into a fight with it already charged up and ready to go. As soon as I leave quantum, I will charge it. And then when I get within about 100 meters of a target, that's when I will unleash the charge. In addition to firing the weapons too. And hopefully we'll take a look at our target here and see if the shields go down or something happens. But I'm going to go ahead and pull up a bounty hunting mission, and I'll meet you there. Alright, so now that we're out of quantum and we're heading towards our bounty mission, a couple things I want to mention. The Hawk does not have any missiles. So for those of you that really like missile gameplay, this is not the ship for you. It is guns only, and that's the way I like it. It's more of a chase aircraft, more of an actual hardcore dogfighting aircraft. And I really enjoy that aspect of this ship. I'm going to go ahead and start charging the EMP system here. We are at a mission outside of Aberdeen, and we're on the light side with these asteroids. Sometimes you're in missions on the dark side. Okay. Oh, shoot. I didn't turn my EMP system on. There we go. Sometimes you are in missions on the dark side of a moon or something like that, and you have to be very cognizant of the asteroids. And it's not like I've never ran into them either way, which I have, obviously, but I didn't pay attention to where the target marker went. Where are you? There you are. I think in the next patch they're going to fix some of this delays with the targets showing up. And that'll be nice. So So there he is. It's an Anvil F7C Hornet. We're going to start shooting him as we get towards him. I accidentally let my EMP go. It didn't look like it affected him. So we'll string him along for a little while. If he doesn't run into me, he's very erratic. Wow, dude. So you can see I already took down his back shield. So that's probably some of the distortion weapon. So let's charge the EMP. Kind of get close to him, see what it does to him. Hopefully he doesn't blow me up while we're trying to get this going. And EMP. You can see it did affect his shields there. Not a whole lot. So we're going to keep shooting him. Oh, it looks like maybe one of his friends came in. Aim at his pip. His shields are down. Usually there's a 2-stage explosion for these guys. And it is actually a pretty quick ship, as we've already done the video on it. Okay, and he's gone. And now his friends are here. Lots of friends. So let's take on this Saber. EMP is charging. EMP is charged. I want to get a little bit closer before I release it. Using my afterburner. Okay, I used it. You see, if you're looking at the shields, it did affect it. Man, there's just so many weapons on this ship. And bye-bye, Saber. Who's next? Oh, almost hit a piece of debris. Okay. Charging up the EMP for the straight fucking ear. Bucks are sometimes a glass cannon and sometimes really easy. So they're kind of an enigma to me. And let go of that EMP. Looks like his shields were down anyway. You can release the EMP before it's fully charged. Although for this ship, I probably don't recommend that. Almost hit that piece of debris. Again, gotta be cognizant. The ship is pretty quick, so... You know, definitely use that to your advantage. Although my opponent is very quick as well. He has a very small cross-section. Sometimes it can be hard to hit, especially when they fly so erratic and desync is involved. Let me change you around. Hope I didn't hit something there. Let that go. Didn't seem to affect him, the EMP. Whoa, desync. Hello. When the servers start to get a little wonky and the desync really gets on you, it makes it very hard to dogfight, especially very agile ships like the Buccaneer. Also helps if I'm actually on the pip. It seems to me like he almost has too much armor for a Drake ship. Come on, Fist. Whoa, where did he go? There we go. Finally. Sorry that took so long. Okay, another Hornet. Let's try the EMP at about 240. Okay, it affected them a little bit, but it doesn't look like it damaged his shields at all. But, wow, that first explosion came quick. I must have had some really good concentrated fire on him. I'll EMP him. Pretty much has no shields left, but he is very agile. I would say the yaw rate on the ship may be even too fast for me, because I end up going too far and I have to overcorrect. And I gotta be honest, I don't fly the Hawk that much, so the blue lights are crazy. Trying to get my countermeasures out. Looks like there's a bunch of missiles being fired at me. Come on, where's my target? Wow, that was insane. Okay. Oh, now I'm on the Gladius. This is probably the guy who shot the missile at me. Those distortions, even these size 2s, just take down shields pretty quick. Okay, unleash my EMP. I wish the EMP actually kind of disabled the systems for a second, but not how this appears to be working out. Oh, nice explosion. Okay, we don't have any other targets. I'll go ahead and unleash the EMP. And okay, folks, that believe it or not, that was a Hurston medium risk target mission with what, 4 friends that showed up after I finished the mission. So anyway, I think that clearly demonstrates the dogfighting capability of the Hawk, especially in solo, in first person. Other things we're going to do in this video, we're going to definitely show some dogfighting and what it looks like with a chase camera, so in third person. And we'll go over the website. We will go over like my preferred loadout and this specific loadout that I'm using. And in the DPS calculator, Urkel.games, and I think that's probably it. We'll probably wrap it up because there's not much more to the Hawk. So I'll take a really nice looking picture here. I didn't take really much damage. It appears, and man, this game just phenomenally beautiful. Look at that. And all the different color weapons. The distortions are blue. They light up the ship. The attrition's on the bottom with the red, and then the Gatling gun's on the front as well. Oh, it just looks so good. Let's see how close we can get. That's me in the cockpit there. And yeah. Pretty wicked. Just a wicked looking ship. It does look kind of weird when the gear's down. Definitely not very Hawk-like, but with the gear up and retracted, man, it's a cool ship. So, enough of me rambling. Sorry about that. Let's move on to the next thing. All right, everybody, and here we are at the Urkel.games DPS calculator for the Anvil Hawk. Taking a quick look before we start getting into specifics. We can see that you can buy the Anvil Hawk really cheap for 1.284 million Alpha UEC, and it's only sold at Astro Armada in Area 18. We can see its role as a light fighter, combat career. It's a size 2 ship. Still not sure what that means. It's a light fighter. Hull HP 7,200, not a lot at all. Of course, it's a small ship. It's not going to be able to take that much damage. Its mass 67,000 kilograms, speed 225 SCM, and 1315 at full speed, afterburner speed. We can see here that the pitch 75 degrees a second, and the yaw at 80. The yaw at 80, as we saw earlier, is like, it's really good yaw. Maybe a tad too much for me, but I'm not used to this ship. I don't fly it a whole lot. I think it's a really cool ship. I just prefer other ships. The roll, it's actually 135 degrees a second. It seems to me like it's less. Maybe that is the stat. It just seems like it rolls slower than a lot of the other aircraft that I fly all the time and stuff that I'm used to. Its hydrogen capacity 105,000 liters, quantum fuel 583. This is a small ship, so not a lot of quantum. So as we look at the weapons, you can see that stock, everything comes fixed, right? 4 size 2s and 2 sized 1s. A lot of people love to throw gimbals on this, and the problem is that when you gimbal a size 2, it goes down to a size 1, then everything's a size 1. My preferred loadout for this would be everything fixed. I mean, sure, you can gimbal these 2 size 1s and they'll stay a size 1, but I mean, why waste a gimbal? If you're going to have a mixed setup with gimbaled weapons and non-gimbal weapons, my preferred way to set up my HUD in the way I target and fire is in lock mode, which brings all fixed guns forward, even gimbal guns. They all converge at the same point in space, so there's only one pip and everything shoots the same way, even if it's gimbaled. You can turn it on auto mode, and then your gimbal is going to sit there and move around, and you're basically going back to the way it used to be with 2 pips, and I don't like that. Having the convergence fire, it doesn't matter what your weapon speed is anymore. Everything goes to the same spot, which is what CIG failed to really explain until like late videos for Inside Star System. But that's what having the convergence is really important to dogfighting, because just having all your shots end up in the same location is huge. It changed dogfighting altogether. I think that came out 3.11, maybe 3.10. Anyway, I change out these Sucker Punch Distortion size 1s. I put on a Ballistic Gatling, the Yellow Jacket GT210. You could certainly go for the Buzzsaw Repeater, which I believe has higher alpha damage. That's Alpha 38, DPS 200, the Yellow Jacket Alpha 16. So yeah. Or you could go with cannons. I don't recommend it. I like to stick with the smaller ballistics. It works for me. So 2 Yellow Jacket GT210s. On my size 2s, of course, I like to match the top and the bottom with the same the same weapon. So on the tops, this is where I put this distortion repeater, not a cannon, a repeater, which is the DR model XJ2. Oops, I didn't mean to overclock that. We just tested this, and the distortions work really, really well for taking down shields. It says it does 374 DPS. I know it's not going to do like real damage, but it takes down those shields real quick so that your lasers and your ballistics can get in there. For the other size 2 weapons, I go with the handy dandy Attrition 2 repeaters. Since I'm firing them so much, they stay up to temperature and they do quite a bit more damage than the other laser repeaters. So this is the full repeater build, along with a Ballistic Gatling, and man, I thought it was really effective. As far as the EMPs go, there's one EMP for this. I guess it's the size 2 EMP. It's the Tromag Burst Generator. It's the only one we can buy at this point in time, and it takes down some shields. I didn't see it take down really anything else. I really didn't see it take down shields either, but that may be debatable. Speaking of shields, the shields for this, I go with the FR66 military fast recharge, 6120 hit points, and I couple that with the Palisade, the highest hit point pool shield, at 7920 hit points. And that provides a good medium-sized average recharge rate with good hit point pools. For power plants, I go with the JS300 military. With the coolers, I go with my standard ultra flows. If you've seen my videos in the past, cooling speed for me really hasn't done anything. It's more about capacity, so that's why I go with the industrials. For the quantum drive, as you can see, the stock drive civilian grade C, it will not make a jump from PO to Microtech without stopping for gas. So I throw in what I pick up at PO all the time is my Atlas, 151,951 kilometers a second, and it will make the jump from Port Olisar to Microtech in just under 9 minutes. It's the fastest drive that I found that's the most fuel efficient, and it's a Class A, so its spool up time is actually really quick. I know there's radars and stuff in here and thrusters, but we can't change any of that right now. So this current build, if we look over here on the left, We can see it does at 700 degrees with those attritions heated up. It does 1996 DPS. Not bad for a light fighter. Not real big weapons, but there's 6 of them, so the bullets fly pretty quick. Excuse me. Alpha damage is 343 at 700 degrees, and man, I'm starting to like this ship more the more I fly it, to be honest with you. Our shield hit point pool is 14,040. Recovering at 477 hit points a second. Full charge, 33 seconds. As you can see, our JS300 power here, our power plant, is almost maxed out. There's only one power plant on this, and you know, it is what it is. I like the JS300 because like if you get hit with EMPs back in the day, it would shut down the ship. The JS300 would get back online faster. We could go with a Breton, which is the most powerful power plant in this lineup, industrial grade A. And you can see we have a little bit more room, about 1,200 more power per second. But the JS300, I've never had a power issue using it, and I believe it's cheaper, so might as well use that. As far as our cooling rate over here, 319 out of 880, we're well below half, so I don't have an issue with cooling either. I use Afterburner on it all the time to kind of do my dogfighting drifts as I drift around when I yaw, and it really doesn't give me a problem unless I have to use it constantly. You see our EM signature here at 34,313. This is not a stealth ship. I imagine we can put stealth components on it. Well, then we can see our shields here. Energy damage, physical damage, you know, the bonuses that they give you. So let's put our non-stock items into our cart, and we'll pull up our cart. There's 12 items, and fairly cheap to outfit this ship at 163,450. I mean, you do, I don't know, 2-3 hours worth of dogfighting missions, even lower end dogfighting missions, and you've paid for all these upgrades. And the ship is pretty durable. I took hits in the dogfighting, and I didn't have any real noticeable damage. I think the rearm was more expensive than the repairs I had to do, just getting more bullets. You don't have to worry about missiles with this, and man, it's a cool ship. So we're going to go over to the website now, check that out, and we'll see you in a minute. Okay, so here we are on the RSI website, and here is the Hawk. A small light fighter with an emphasis on weaponry, the Hawk boasts an impressive arsenal of lethal and non-lethal weapons, making it a perfect ship for independent bounty hunters or local security looking for a little more punch. That is the description from CIG. There is some pictures here that look pretty wicked. That hurricane cloud over here. The other side of the Cuddy Black is, man, I can't wait till we have 3D clouds. Picture of the Hawk coming in to collect its bounty. Really cool picture of the Hawk in the rain. The pilot kind of getting into the seat, and the picture above here, and a picture of the Hawk from below. So the basic technical overview here. I hate reading this stuff. Go to its specs. 17 meters in length, a beam of 22 meters, height of 6.5 meters, size is small, mass is 40,000, which is different than on Urkel. It does not carry any cargo, so obviously it's not a multi-role ship. It is a single-purpose ship. It is for bounty hunting. It is for shooting NPCs or players and collecting their bounty. Eventually, once we can get people to either surrender or give up or they eject or whatever, then we'll be able to grab that bounty, stick it into the hold, the bounty hold, and take it in and collect maybe more money for a live bounty. That would be really cool. Gives a SCM speed of 200, afterburner 500. Those are not correct, and doesn't give us any maneuvering statistics. So that is actually about it as far as the Anvil Hawk goes. There's only one model, and there's only one paint. So that's it for the Anvil Hawk on the RSI website. I don't. Yeah, there is no buy now option, so I don't know if you. I don't think you can even buy this unless we're on an Invictus launch week or some kind of free fly event or something like that. I did actually own this aircraft. I picked it up at 2950 Invictus, and I got it with whatever, the 10-year insurance, and I CCU'd it to a different ship. So this is what we got. Maybe CIG will do some work on it. Who knows?
There's a new hunter stalking the skies. Take warning. Maximum pilot visibility. Daunting suppression options. Riskless onboard detainment. All at your fingertips. The predators have become the prey. The 2949 Hawk from Anvil. Rise above.
Well, that concludes our video on the Anvil Hawk. I hope you guys enjoyed watching some of the intense dogfighting that both myself and my friend Photon Wolf got into. I want to thank Photon Wolf for the third-person chase camera dogfighting. He did a pretty good job in the Hawk, considering it's pretty much the first time he's ever flown it. So, kudos to him. And thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Good night, Stan.